going on? What's going on? This is Frenchie Rose, man, and I'm here to introduce the Black Wall Street Podcast. This podcast is about rebuilding Wall Street one entrepreneur at a time, and I'm here today with Miss Lisa Edmond-Jones. How you doing today, Miss Lisa?
I'm doing real good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problems. It's a pleasure for having you, man, because your product, let me not talk too much. Why don't you introduce to the people a little bit about yourself and a little background about yourself?
Okay, well, I just started doing a lot more in the limelight, I say, of public with the Wonder Butter. That was something that was birthed out of almost, you want to say, almost like an accident in a way. I didn't set out to make a butter and start selling it. My son, he had severe eczema from a baby infant, and he was swimming, and he was doing championship meets and things of that nature. But anybody know when you think about chlorine and eczema, those are two things that don't even really go together. But long story short, he was at a championship meet, and he came to me with the medicine that had the steroids in his Acclimate hydrocortisone. And I didn't know at the time it had steroids in it. One of the parents told me that. Wow. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, I've been using this on this boy since he was like 3 months and he's now almost 13. Steroids? So when I went home, I was like, oh God, I'm laying on the bed and I'm looking at the ceiling. I'm saying, what are we going to do about these steroids? Because I'm like bugging now. But when I woke up the next day, I went down to my desk and I was sitting there and I heard the audible voice of the Lord say to me, pick up that pen and pick up that paper. Write what I'm telling you. And when I tell you, he gave me every ingredient. He told me the amounts to put in to make this by the ounces that I was going to do.
Wow.
And so I just started looking up the ingredients, but I was real obedient. I just went and I just ordered this stuff. It took maybe about 3 to 4 weeks for everything to come, and I did exactly what I was supposed to do. And so when I came to my son with it, I said something like this. Of course, it wasn't in a container like this, but I said, here, use this stuff, because that was the name, this stuff. And he was like, I'm not using that. That's not what the doctors gave me to use. And I'm sitting there, I was like, well, okay, because, 3 weeks later, I'm over it. It didn't impact me the same way anymore. So I just took it and I had it. My sister and I, we took off for a trip and she left her lotion home. So she asked me, did I have any lotion? I said, I don't have no lotion, but I got this stuff. Right. So she started using it. Maybe 4 weeks later, I saw a picture of her on Facebook. And I said, she got on makeup. So I called her. I said, oh, you wear makeup now? She said, no. I said, yes, you are. She said, no, I'm not. I said, yeah, you are, because I saw your picture on Facebook. She said, Lisa, that is not makeup. That's that stuff you gave me. Now, here go me. Wow. What stuff? I didn't know what she was talking about. I was like, what stuff? She said, that stuff when we went away you gave me. I said, oh, that. I said, looking like that. Now, I'm going to tell you why. She had kind of like a dark scaliness around her eyes. She had a little dark mark across the bridge of her nose from when you have allergies and you're constantly blowing your nose, trying to like peek that. All of that was gone.
Wow.
It was gone. Wow. So we just started giving it away. Like she let her sister-in-law use it. I started letting people in my family use it, and friends, and so it came to a point where we were doing this. Lisa, when you gonna make that stuff? Oh, I'm gonna make that stuff on Sunday, and when I make it, I'll call, hey, that stuff is ready. Y'all coming to pick it up? Right. And that's what I did. And I gave it away for years. Right. We're talking about back in 2016, 2017. Gave it away. Then finally, my sister-in-law called me one day, and she said, Lisa, you need to stop giving that butter, that butter away. Mm-hmm. And I said, what you mean? She said, well, I had a mark on my shoulder that had been there for years, and now it's gone. I said, are you kidding me? I said, I wonder what that butter going to do next. That's what I said. That's how the name Wonder Butter came. Wow. Because so many different people were calling me and telling me what it was, stuff that I didn't even make it for, Right. They're talking about burns, itching, mosquito bites. Irritation. Yeah, all kind of stuff. And I was like, tell me, so people started even writing me and telling me about it. Like on, when you get a text message, they was texting me saying, I got that stuff and I used it this way, that way. And I was like, okay. So I thought about selling it, but it wasn't like major on my list because I had another business, daycare. Right. And I just said, okay, let me pray about this, because in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, God gave it to me. Is this like a thievery? That's how my mind is thinking. So I went a whole nother year giving it away. And then finally I decided that, you know what, I'm going to take the next step and I'm going to try. But it took me a minute still because I wanted to read up and understand what I was getting into. Because, and I'm I'm a Christian, and I think just like the Word of God, and all that I get an understanding. I needed to understand what it meant for a product, because for 30 years now, I've been doing a service base, the daycare. So, and they're two different animals.
Right.
Okay.
I know about the daycares.
Yes, two different animals. Right. So yeah.
Yo, listen, man. I can attest because when I met you, and I didn't know you that long. We only know each other probably like 3 months.
Yes.
3 months. So when I first met her, and then she had this, I ain't gonna front. I was skeptical because everybody be, somebody's doing something like, hold on, and our skin is like our most,
yes,
you know what I'm saying, prized possession if you really think about it, because sun, melanated skin is all that. So we put in this. So at first she didn't have this is not the travel size. She had a travel size which is smaller than this.
That was a sample.
Oh, that's a sample. Okay, so
I had a sample.
I took the sample and I still purchased the travel size. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't think that sample gonna be enough. It's going, and then I ain't gonna front. After I used this thing, it was worth it. I called her ever since, and I got this jar next. Mm-hmm. I said, listen, yes. I think, then now my kids are starting to use it, so it's ran out. This is almost done already. By the time because my kid starts digging in it now. So now the whole family's in it. So I think I'm going to need something bigger than this, just for me. So if you can find one container bigger than this, because, I got 5 plus 2, that's 7. Okay. So 7 figures digging in there. I might have to buy about 3 or something. But
and you know what, Frenchie, something you just said about you got it, and then your kids started using, your whole family is using it. That was one of the things I said. Last year, I went to the incubation program for ShopRite.
Okay.
And it was just like a pitch. And I said that was my goal, to get one type of skin product. And I thought about Vaseline. When you was growing up, everybody had that big jar of Vaseline in the house, and everybody was using it.
Yes, ma'am.
I said, Wonder Butter needs to knock Vaseline off the shelf.
It will.
Okay.
It will.
Okay.
It will.
Okay. And
it will. It did in the hood. I'm going to say, listen, if you're already buying Wonder Butter, it's already knocked in the hood. Just the world ain't know about this yet. That's why we doing this today. We need the world to know about this. Listen, if you are melanated, or if you love being melanated, or you love melanated people, listen, this product right here, I stand by it. Mm-hmm. Personally.
And see, I'm looking at your tattoos. That was another thing. Yep, somebody came to me and said they got their tattoos, and within, I think, whatever the period that they give you, 2 or 3 days, 2 days or something, and then you can start putting stuff on it or something like that. The girl had wings on the back of her back, and he colored in. She had the aunt put the butter on her back, and the colors are so vibrant. It's like it pulls the colors up in the skin.
Wow.
And guess what? All the burning and itching, when it starts to heal.
Yeah, the peeling.
She didn't get. She said that butter.
That's
she said
dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. Has any giant big companies try to reach out to you to try to get your product?
Not yet. I think like this. We're 2 years in. We're getting ready to celebrate 3 years in April. And
congratulations.
Thank you. I feel like in any product, any business, you got that 5-year wait. I say give it 5 years. Now, some people, they think it's supposed to happen overnight, and I'm not there. I can wait it out.
Right.
But I'm doing the leg work now. This is called the dirty work.
Yes.
When I work 12-hour days, sometimes more than that. I'm doing the butter also. And so when the weekend comes, those are supposed to be my days off, but those are the days that I'm really grinding for Wonder Butter.
Yes, you are.
So this is the leg work. And then all of a sudden, we know about Wonder Butter. Then the world gets to know, and people are like, when did that? She just blew up. No, she didn't just blow up.
The leg work.
He didn't just blow up. You didn't see that grind for them 4 or 5 years that they was pushing it, and then boom. So, if we're sitting here talking this same talk 5 years from now, then I'll just say maybe it's just not hitting like it should. But I don't believe that.
Listen, I'm helping you promote that, man. I think every household should have Wonder Butter. Because you know what I'm going to tell you, too? This doesn't dry out. Vaseline does. Mm-hmm. That's how I already know it's going to knock Vaseline out. Mm-hmm. Listen, this is knocking out cocoa butter.
Yes.
This is knocking out shea butter. Yes. Even if you got it from Africa, it's not.
And I tell them, see, shea is the base.
Right.
But it's those ingredients, those 5 ingredients, and it's the amounts. It's the amounts. And a lot of times people say, oh, you're going to tell people what's in it. They're going to steal your recipe. They're going to steal your formula. You can't steal the formula because you got to know how much of each thing to put in. Right. When we talk about the red pimento oil that's in there, red pimento oil alone could burn the skin, irritate the skin, mess your skin up. Right. But because of the way
just say you.
Well, I'm gonna say it like this. Yeah. God told me what to do, and ain't that like a God we serve? Facts. You take something over here that's bad for you, but take something over here that's good for you, and put them together. Now you got something like a what? A miracle worker. You know.
You got Wonder Butter.
Yeah. You got Wonder Butter.
That's a fact. So listen, what would you tell any other entrepreneur that wants to get into like skincare and stuff like that? Like, how would they start? Like, what would you tell the next generation, someone a little younger than you that would want to start something like this? What would you ask them? I mean, what would you be able to tell them?
Well, I definitely would say take time to research and take time to talk to other people. There's so many rooms now where there are people doing various things. So even not if it's skincare, if it's something else, get in those rooms and talk to those people. They can give you the ups and downs. They can give you, help you to save time. But the most thing is you can't look at it like, oh, I'm going to get rich overnight.
No.
You can't look at it as soon as I make my first $500, I'm going to get me this famous pocketbook or something. You can't, all of that got to be out you got to be selfless in it. And you got to be willing to give back. So that means, all right, so you want to do this product and you say you're talking to me and I'm saying, okay, so what have you done so far? What kind of research have you done? Do you have a name for it? What do you want it to do? You know, things of that nature. But then I always tell people this, and they say, well, what that got to do with the cost of tea in China? I say, when you make your first money, give it to somebody else. Don't spend it. Make sure you have enough, though, to flip because you don't want to run out. So you want to keep some money so you can keep your product going. But as you make the money, give it away. And when I say give it away, I'm not just saying to anybody. You think of something that's near and dear to your heart, something that's really making an impact for children, for the world in itself, and give to that. That's a seed. Sow it early. Sow it early. Don't say once I get all the money, I'll sow it. It don't work like that. Seed take time. People don't know. For the last 2 years, the money that I've made with Wonder Butter, I have not bought one thing for myself. I have turned it back into the business, and over about 90% of it, I sold into other programs, other nonprofits. That's what I did with it. Amen.
See, right here, Wonder Butter's giving back to the community, y'all. That's why I'm all about supporting our own, because other nationalities, that's what they do. Yeah. They support their own. So listen, man, when y'all go into the store, stop buying what's the other stuff? The Vaseline that's going to dry up your skin after 10 minutes of you wearing it. Stop drying that cocoa butter that's over oiled that have your thing shining like you was in the sun all day. Listen, this right here, I stand by it. I used it today. You see my skin right now is beautiful, radiant because of this beautiful woman right here, Miss Lisa. Yo, this product.
Yes, because it finds its way into that first layer of your skin. So it becomes a part of you. Of course, when you're washing your hands, you have to reapply. But I'm talking about your body. When you can pull up your sleeve like this, you see that?
Automatically.
And the cloth is rubbing on it. If you had on Vaseline, you probably look a little ashy by now. It's in there.
Yes, ma'am.
It's a butter arm.
Listen, if I don't put this on and I go out and run around all day, I come back, my body is. I gotta go take a shower, then put that on. I got to. Mm-hmm. This is a daily regimen.
Yes.
This episode of the Black Wall Street Podcast is brought to you by 5S Enterprises. Do you have student loans? Do you have repossessions? Do you have charge-offs? Do you have evictions all on your credit report? Don't hesitate. We have found a solution for you, 5S Enterprises. Get in tune with them because they are taking over the storm with credit repair. Now back to our show. Okay, so Lisa, yeah, 3-year anniversary is coming up for Wonder Butter. Do you have any new exciting news or any new lines that you add into the products that you already have?
Yes. Okay. So we'll be doing our official launch for hair butter. Um, this is the basis of the skin butter, but a few more ingredients that were added into it, and one of the main ones is the rosemary oil. that's a natural DHT blocker. So that when people using Rogaine, if you're using Rogaine, you need to get the Wonder Butter for your hair and leave the Rogaine alone because that's just going to make your hair fall out once you stop using it anyway.
Wow.
I'm looking
Jeez.
into doing a bar soap
Ooh.
and a liquid soap. I did try to hook up with another entrepreneur, but like again, everybody want to get rich quick. So if I'm going to buy it from you in bulk, you got to lower the price so that I can at least make $1
Yes,
on
ma'am.
it. But I can't charge people $17 for a bar of soap. So I'm doing my
Outsourcing.
own my own research to learn how to do it myself.
Yo, whoever did that, y'all really missed out. I'm telling you, y'all missed out.
Yes, because
Why
I'm
did you
trying to
do
make
that?
lifetime partners. That's what I'm saying. So, when we get to take over for the Wonder Butter, Sierra's going to have to continue on making those
Hold on,
candles
hold
for
on.
Wonder
Who's
Butter.
here? What's that? Hold on. You ain't telling me about this. What's that?
Oh, I didn't tell you about that. Okay, so
Nah, what's
here,
that?
this is our candle. This is the Magnolia collection. What I decided once we had started doing a lot of pop-ups, I was thinking about it was just the butter and I wanted to have something else, but it had to make sense.
Right.
So I thought about the fact that you're in the tub and you might, when you get out, you're putting the butter on you. So when you're in the tub, you might want a candle. So I met Sierra from Stardust Indigo Candle Making Company,
Okay, shout
and
out to
I told
Sierra.
her that I wanted a candle, and she talked to me about Wonder Butter, what Wonder Butter meant to me, and I said, yeah, we're going to come up with something based on our logo. Those flowers that you see on our logos, they're magnolias. So this is our magnolia collection. Okay, so see it? Isn't it beautiful? And it smells amazing.
Yo, she might have to keep this here. I might have to buy this off you. Doing right now. Oh
And
my
look,
god.
look, she has the stones in there and the flower petals, and it's like
That's
heaven.
art.
This
That's
is
art.
yeah,
Look,
yeah.
art.
You
Look,
see it?
I don't even want to burn it.
Yeah, and that's what happened. I put mine on my desk. I look, I sit it on my desk like this, and I just smell it that way because it's so beautiful. It's beautiful. Let's see if they can see it in the camera there. Yeah, so we're looking to add some things to our line. Again, in a liquid soap, we thought about bar soap, liquid soap. I even thought about making some strips so when you're out and instead of using the hand soap that's in random bathrooms, you could just pull your Wonder Butter hand soap, lather it up like a strip. You know how
Right,
the
right, right.
strip they used to put on your tongue for like Listerine or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, yeah,
Those
yeah.
same strips to do,
Okay, and just do your
and it,
little with your rag.
yeah,
Just with your
and
rag.
yeah, right, to
Oh,
wash your
okay.
hand and then go back in and get your butter
Rub
and
it
keep
up.
it moving.
Right. So all y'all travelers and stuff that be doing outdoors and stuff like that, keep your eyes out for the Wonder Brother. She's coming up with some stuff. Listen, I stand by this product. Of course she does, and everybody she gave one to, I know they stand by it too.
Yes.
So anything else you would like to want like the viewers to like to know? Anything else
Well,
coming up?
um, I just want to say that I'm 30 years in business with the daycare. Kids Are Me. We started off as Kids Are Me Inc., and then we went to Kids Are Me Community Development and Ministries. And that means, when you first do some things when you're young, you you might have a passion for things, but then your purpose change. Passion and
Right.
purpose is two
Two
different
different
things.
things.
And so as time went on, we became a nonprofit because what we realized sometimes we had to feed families, sometimes we had to clothe families. Sometimes we even had to do extra care for families for free. I've seen it all. I've been doing it long enough. I've seen it all. And I just wanted to say when I first started, it wasn't like I just had a slew of children and I just made it. It didn't happen like that. I was working at the gas station when the kids fell off. I had to go work at the gas station from 3 to 11, but I had to be back to the daycare to open up at 6. And if that 11 o'clock person didn't show up to the gas station, guess who had to work it?
You. And then you got
And you
Mr.
still had to open,
Daycare.
and then you
You
still
still
had to
got to
open
open
up
the
that
daycare.
daycare.
Wow. That's not hustling.
Yeah,
That's hustling
yeah.
right there.
And when I stopped working at the gas station, and maybe I had a year where I had a good run of kids, and then your kids would drop back down. I learned how to do hair. I made a hair room in my house, and so it wasn't about the masses. I needed an extra $100 a week, so I found a few clients that were willing to let me do their hair to make it up. And that's why I tell people it's so many things you could do. Now you have Uber, you have Lyft, you have Instacart. When you're hungry and you really want your business to work, sometimes you have to have a job
Yep.
and to do your business. I've been listening to a lot of different entrepreneurs and people who are aspiring to be entrepreneurs say, "Oh, I'm gonna quit my 9 to 5." I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, if you
Don't do
want, like,
that. Especially if you
only
ain't got
way
no plan.
only way you can quit is if you still home with mommy and daddy, or
Right.
somebody is paying your bills for you.
That's a fact.
And I say, most of all, stay on your 9 to 5 and figure it out. You can do it.
You can.
You can do it. And then sometimes you might jump into your business, but you got to have something on the side, because when the light bill, electric bill, what is it, electric, gas, all that stuff, your car note, insurance, when that stuff falls short, you do need something to fall back on. I'm not saying this is the case for everybody,
Right.
but at least 85% of the people, I say, don't quit your day job. It's a way you could do it without quitting your day job.
Yep. Yep. And I could talk about that too, because it was a point I jumped out the window and quit. I thought I had it all figured out.
It was because in your head, you know what? Kelly Rowland said it. When it's in your head and you're thinking about it, it's already done. So you thought that thing out, and you was like, yeah, because I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna make this money, and then I could go over here and then, yeah, and I'm gonna just do. And then when you do it, it's not your reality.
Nope. Nope.
You think you're going. I go to some pop ups, and I might make, but maybe $30, $40, and I might have paid $150 to be there. But you know what? I look at it differently. It's not for the money that I'm going to make when I go to a pop up. It's a conglomerate of things. I get to meet people, build relationships,
Right.
and you help me get content. But also, the bottom line is, it helped me figure out where's the next event. I had and I'm not going to say no names because I'm not here to put anybody on blast, but
Oh,
I was at a pop up, and it was kind of slow in there, but I love the vibe. I've vended there more than once because I love the vibe,
right.
and I love the people that I was meeting. And I said to this person, "Why don't you come here and vend?" You know what they said to me? There was already nobody in there. Wrong attitude. Because it only take one person. I can go and vend someplace where there's 100 people and only get maybe 2 or 3 sales, and I can go someplace where there's only 20 people and all 20 of them buy from me. That's why you can't think like that. It's a higher level of thinking when you start being an entrepreneur. You gotta really understand how the wheels turn, and you just gotta show up. That's that thing. Show up. Show up.
Show out.
Yes,
And
there's
show out.
times where I wake up and it's like I gotta go to New York and then, and I done worked all week long and I'm tired. But I wake up and I say, God, order my steps. Order my steps. And I start declaring my day. What I am. I'm the head, not the tail.
The
I'm
tail.
blessed, going in and out. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's not about the sales. I meet people who can put me in another room.
That's a fact.
That's why you go.
That's a fact. Tell people the importance over networking over the dollar, because people is missing
Oh
missing
my.
missing that. You know how you
Oh.
said like the other young lady missed the opportunity to do the soap with you. Like, tell people how important networking is, because me, I call myself the networking plug for a reason, because I love meeting people. I love networking. That's how I
Yes.
met you.
Yes.
Yeah, me, shout out to Nicole Streets. We met at this Nicole
Yes.
Streets event. You know what I'm saying? So the day
That's my
behind the
cousin
brand.
too.
Oh yeah, that's,
Yeah,
see,
that's my
small
blood
world.
cousin.
Small world. She's lovely.
Yes.
She's lovely.
Yes.
So you know what I mean? Let
Let me
people
say
know.
this. Let me say this. When it comes down to networking, the sky is the limit. People don't understand that it's not even the sky being a limit. It's just it's infinity, because you're building a relationship with that one person. Remember how they used to show you, like, and I hate to use this. This might not be the best example, but I'm gonna put it in terms where people can understand it. So here you are, you slept with her, but she slept with these 3 people, and they slept with 3 more people, and they said, you understand?
Right.
So you met her,
Right.
and she told you about this person, and this person told you about that person, but this person told you about this, and this person, and that's what it do. It's a growth. It's a growth, and it helps to put you in places you would never have been had you not met the first person. So
Fact.
that's why it's so important to network. It's so important to support. It's so important to go. And don't worry about numbers. Don't worry about numbers. I've been in places where I didn't make any sales, but I met somebody who told me, where's the next place to go?
You made sales there.
And you made sales there. That's
Right.
right. And you made a friend. And then you get a chance to talk with them. And sometimes we say help each other monetarily, but sometimes it's just a word that you may say. I was on uh, um, I think it was a Zoom. Nicole was speaking on there too, and one of the young ladies came on, and sometimes when I'm sitting and listening, I say, "Well, that's not for me," and I think about like the word you eat the meat and spit out the bones, and I say that wasn't for me, that wasn't for me, and then it was one person that came on it and said something that gave me my aha moment and it stirred something up in me. See what I'm saying? So you might say, oh, well, I'm not into that, so I'm not going to go there. Or I'm not into this, so I'm not going to show up there. You don't know what's actually there until you
Oh,
go.
that's right.
Until you go. And it was almost at the end when I got that aha moment. So had I not gone to the Zoom, I would have never got what I needed.
Everybody's going something for something different.
Exactly. Exactly. And it really it was what I needed. It was what I needed. It just struck something in me to say, girl, you think you coasting. You better get in there and grind. You better get in there and grind. Keep going. You go, but sometime in the back of your mind, you gotta convince yourself. Sometimes you have to convince yourself. So when I heard that, I said, yeah, she's right. I haven't arrived. I might be pushing 60, but I haven't arrived. And I got to go harder.
Go
And it's
hard.
not easy. I look, these little legs be aching, but I look.
Listen, you act like your legs big. My legs little too. My legs,
I know
we be
they
running.
aching and all. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta
We
get up and
do.
go.
We do. So listen, man, I was a pleasure. Let everybody know where they can find your beautiful products.
Okay, so we have a website, wonder-butter.com.
Okay.
So they can always do that. But I just say if you follow me at the Real Wonder Butter on Instagram or Facebook, a lot of times wherever I'm going to be vending, I do post it.
Okay.
And I
Okay.
just say follow me. I'm not in any box stores yet.
We praying that you get
Yeah.
in.
So we working on that.
I'm gonna make sure you don't go to Walmart. Okay, we don't need Walmart because I don't know if you know, Snoop Dogg and Master P is suing Walmart because they had their cereals and they never put them on the shelves. So we
Yeah,
don't
it's
want.
a
We need this on the shelves. So
yeah, it's a
hopefully,
game.
any black owned conglomerates out there, like big chains, Miss Lisa Edmonds, right here for you.
Yeah.
She's knocking Vaseline out. I already knocked Vaseline out.
Yeah.
Trust me. Listen, man, it's a pleasure, Miss Lisa. Man, there's nothing more I can say. This is the Wonder Butter, and I'm happy I can say that I use this myself, my whole family use it, and I love
It's
it.
for the whole family.
And
There's no sense. When
yeah,
I say
yeah,
sense, like so men don't have to be fearful to use it. The babies use it. The whole family. That's why I said if you have
yeah.
Vaseline,
This is a family product.
throw it away.
Family
Get
product.
yourself some Wonder Butter. This is a side. I did one of the shows. I'm kind of like messing myself up, but we were talking about how people dig in the butter. And I know you would know because all your family members are in it. So we were talking about: Are you a swirler? Are you a digger?
I'm a
You know,
digger.
you would
I'm a digger.
most men, and see that's why I have to have my own. My husband has his own, and I have my own because I'm a swirler and he's a digger. And when I open the butter like this, and I look in there and I see like a big chunk taken out, I'm like, why you using my butter? How you know I ain't use your butter? Yeah, I know you used it because I can see how you dug in there. I swirl mine going in circular
All right,
motion.
look, listen. I swear when I first got it, but it's getting down a little bit, so you gotta dig.
Oh,
You
okay.
gotta dig when you get.
Yeah, I still swirl. So this is what mine looks like. It looks like a mountain in the middle. Cause I done swirl
Look nice
and
and
swirl.
neat.
Yeah, yeah.
I got you. Yeah.
And that's what make people say, well, you know what? I got my wife one, but I'm gonna get my own because she hollering at me for the way I'm digging in it. But that's
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 how
how
it
we
be.
are.
That's
Yeah.
how it is, man. Listen, I love you, Miss Lisa. I love Wonder Butter. This is Frenchy Rose, and this is the Black Wall Street Podcast. Until next time, talk to you soon.